Hey guys, Resident Gaming here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some more relationship advice. Now, I'm making this video because I actually have a friend currently going through some really bad things right now with being let on, and that's why I want to talk about this topic, because it's something that a lot of people can actually get caught up in without really even realizing it. Sometimes it's intentionally done by the other party, and sometimes it's not really intentionally done. They're just not sure what to do. And sometimes, that person is just completely oblivious that you like them, that they could be leading you on. Which, I mean, it's more like you have a really big crush, they're not really leading you on. They just don't know it. They're essentially oblivious. Sorry about the whole camera, though. Just gonna say this now. Uh, Starting to try to do little video parts in the video as well. That way, it's not just gameplay. You actually see the person talking. Kind of like how I do my live streams and live commentary. Anyways, before I ramble on a bit more, let's get back on topic. So we all have that one guy or girl that we like just so much and we'd do just about anything for. Well, typically, this usually happens after a certain amount of time. Usually when you're actually in the relationship with the person. I'm sorry if I mumble on a bit, it's just how I talk. Um, but sometimes people show this passion really early. Like, they could just have met this person and already be head over heels and actually already be doing whatever they say, and they could be just taking it as just extreme generosity, but sometimes they take advantage of this, and that's what leads to getting let on. And I just want to fix all this because I just think it's terrible that people get let on. I personally have not known myself to do this. If I have, then it's being completely oblivious, which is something that's really hard to avoid. But honestly, I'm one of those people who always think, oh, no one really likes me. Yeah, I mean, some people think like that, just not even realizing how many people could possibly like them. Uh, but yeah, like I said before, the people are a bit more oblivious to it. I don't really blame them. It's just a lot of people have that kind of like low self-esteem that they can't really help it, and they may not realize what you're doing, and so don't take any harsh, words towards them. Ironically, guys, it may not sound like it, but this is actually very scripted. I just keep going off script because I just see something that I didn't really cover too well, so I really want to cover it a bit more. And then I start rambling on for a bit, and then I have to get back on script. So I'm sorry if I ramble on a bit, but I mean, this just feels a little bit more natural than me being like reading straight from the script. So let me just get back to it. I'm sorry for the interruptions and all the little rambling ons. I just want to explain myself here. So our first little trick is a very straightforward approach. We're actually going to see if they feel the same way about us by directly asking what they think of us. And I mean, a lot of you are probably like, that's a very bold thing to do, and that is something that not a lot of you will be comfortable with, but it's really the only way to actually kind of get to see if we're actually going to learn. Because first off, we're not actually approaching them in general, then most likely we'll never ask them out, or they'll never ask us out, because we're not being straightforward with them. And so they could just go on, find different persons, like, oh, I didn't know you liked me, even though you're thinking, I gave you all the signs. Yeah, we're not very good at reading signs. I mean, people say, oh, look, it's so obvious. Like, that's not that obvious for that person, because they're probably thinking it could be 100 million other things. I mean, so we're just going to directly ask this person what they think of us. Sometimes they actually will tell us, they'll just end it there and say, I don't feel the same way about you. And that sucks, but you know what? Now you can stop focusing on this person and focus on the next thing. But the other thing that you could probably figure out is also if they do agree to it, then I'll get to our next step, because sometimes people will just say what you want to hear, and that's not right. It's really messed up, but they just want this person who's always there for them, like this best friend that really likes them, but never going to actually ask them out, which is terrible. But you know what, we're going to go into what we have to do next if this person's actually using our emotions against us. So after we directly asked them and we found out, oh wait, they actually like us back, huh? So we may be thinking, now are they genuine or are they not so genuine and they're just trying to keep us tagged on for a bit longer? So what we're going to do is something I like to call count the days. Now, this is usually an approach I use for actually asking someone out, which is, you know what, I'll get to know them a bit, and after a certain amount of time, I'll actually end up seeing if they want to do something and just like see how they are hanging out, and you know, a whole bunch of other steps. I think I've explained a bit of this in a different video, so we're not going to focus on that too much. Anyways, what we're going to do with counting the days is we're going to figure out how long after we told this person that we felt this way about them, and see how long, you know, we're actually comfortable waiting. Because I have a friend who was led on for at least half a year, which is just terrible, and also that's way too long to invest in a person. And the person did say that they liked them back. It could be fairly genuine, but they weren't taking that extra step to push for the relationship. You know, the girl wasn't, not the guy. The guy's my friend, but they weren't actually thinking to push towards that romantic part of the relationship, which really sucks for him. But anyways, we're counting the days, and after at most a month, maybe two, if you know what, you're really wanting to push this and really wanting to see, and they actually have some legitimate excuses, like they got a bad relationship, or maybe they're actually still currently in a relationship that they're trying to get out of. I mean, you could give some of those things a little bit of time, but I would say don't invest way too much time. Like I said before, a month. And if you're really desperate to push for this because you're head over heels, completely infatuated with this girl, then you can maybe push 2 months. But after that, you know what? It's time to cut the cord and move on, because no one's going to be worth waiting 10 million years for if you're never going to get them. I mean, I'm not saying, you know what, this person's going to be gone for a year, I can wait for them. You know, if you actually feel that deeply about them, then go ahead. But if this is someone that has been leading you on and shows no interest in you, and this is a person who's fairly local that, you know what, you get to see on a daily basis, and they're still not committing to the relationship, then most likely this person's not actually interested in the relationship. They're just interested in how you are as a person, and they like how you're always there for them, or you're always so nice, or you're always so dependable. I mean, it's good to be that for normal friends as well, but I'm also trying to make sure that you guys aren't thinking, okay, I'm going to invest all my time in them and no one else. So essentially, I have a really good friend, of course, but all that time I could have spent towards some other person that I could have had feelings for is kind of wasted. So I'm also going to explain a bit on the whole, you know what, just keeping this person as a friend, which, you know what, it may sound pretty bad that they led you on, but sometimes you can look past that and still be friends with them. So now that you no longer want to pursue the romantic relationship, you could still always pursue a very strong friendship, because it may not be that you didn't like doing all those things for them because you're just romantically interested in them, that you actually like them as a person in general is probably a good reason why you actually like them in the first place. And so it's nice to just be friends with them, but make sure that you're not going so far to the point where you're a mindless tool and literally obeying their every command and every wish. Because at that point, it's not really friendship, it's not really on equal ground, it's more like, I am this person's tool, I'm this person's, you know, oh look, you know what, I don't feel like doing this, go ahead, do it for me. I mean, that's not a relationship you want. That's not a relationship you want in a relationship. That's not the relationship you want as a friend, and that's just not a relationship you want to have in general. You know what? You want to have a very equal friendship as you want to have a very equal relationship. And so I want to make sure that you guys aren't trying to be manipulated that much, and that you're actually looking out for the best of your interests and the best of your feelings, because you owe it to yourself to not get caught up in being led on for however long, you know, this person leads you on for. I don't want to see other people turn up like my friend who, you know what, been led on for like 6 months and he's still kind of into the person and he's trying to cut it and he's trying to just, you know, go to friends, but just he spent way too much time and it's just, you know, it's just not a good fit right now. So hopefully that gets better for him, and hopefully, you know what, this helps you guys avoid the situation or maybe fix your own. And also, I apologize for the lighting that keeps messing up. I have to adjust the camera setting, but I do not feel like doing that right now. Anyways, guys, this has been Demon Gaming, and thanks for watching. I apologize for all the little mishaps in my video, and also hopefully you like this new format because I'm kind of going back to my old, I'll have a camera on the side while I play a game and just talk for it, but now I'm actually doing pre-recorded. And also, I'm interested to know what you guys think of, me actually going off script a bit because it feels a little bit more natural, and that way, I'm not completely talking robotic, but also I have to adjust myself because if I keep talking, I'm going to get off topic somewhere and I'm going to take a lot longer than I should. Like this point right here, I just have at the very bottom one sentence, thanks for watching, hope to see you guys next time, but I've kept talking because I just want to explain some things I didn't originally write because there's some things I just realize after I'm saying it out loud for the first time or maybe the fifth time I actually think of something else I want to talk about. So yeah, I apologize again for this really long exit, but guys, like and subscribe for more content, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace. I don't know what to say at the very end.